Not sure whether you should do a standard garage door or jump up to an insulated door. Stick around as we get into that and the question of the day. What's going on, guys? Matt in the hat, Matt Johnson Real Estate, powered by Keller Williams Diamond Partners. You are tuned in to the hot list. I come to you on Monday through Friday each and every week around 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. We hang out and talk real estate. We talk properties new to the market with recent price reductions or something unique about the property that I want to share with y'all and want y'all to know. I also answer a question of the day that is submitted by a listener of the podcast. And to find out how you get your question answered on air, all you got to do is hang out with me till the end. Finally, I recognize and thank a sponsor of the week each and every single week. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor of the week or want some additional information of what it takes to become a sponsor of the week, all you got to do is hang out with me for a few and I will get that information to you. So, first and foremost, thank God it's Monday. I love Mondays for those that aren't aware. And I made it back to the gym after about 8 weeks of a short hiatus since I re-injured my bicep and my knee. So didn't go too crazy with it today. Just wanted to get back in the feel of it. That way I don't re-injure myself right off the bat. You'll also notice that if you guys are watching this live, it is not 12 o'clock. It is a little before 12 simply because I have some meetings and other obligations. I wanted to get this done for y'all and sent out to everybody before those commitments and meetings today. So we're going to get right into it because we got a lot to cover here today. The property we're talking about today is a recently reduced property. The address is 2688 Neill Parkway in Vassar, Kansas. If that sounds familiar, I have shown some lake houses out around that area. Vassar is around Pomona Lake, another lake community just a few miles away. This particular one is a 2-bed, one bath cabin. It's got 1,237 square feet of finished space, reduced down to $165,000, courtesy of Keller Williams Diamond Partners. So this lake house, like I mentioned, does have some lake views. This particular one doesn't have direct lake access. There is public access as you get closer to the lake. Just this particular one doesn't have direct lake access. It does have 2 fireplaces in the house, one in the kitchen, one in the living room. It's got a sunroom on the north side of the property. So as you're sitting in the sunroom looking north, you get some views of the lake, which is always nice. They've got a new roof on it, newer windows, water heater, and a garage door as well. There's also an outbuilding that does have a concrete floor, so a little bit cleaner, less maintenance with that concrete floor. This property is also sits on a corner lot, so it's about a half acre as it sits. So make sure that you check it out. If you are interested, live near that area, by all means, all you got to do is just click on the link in the description and that will take you right to the property so you can see it for yourself. If you have any questions, I would be happy to answer those for you. If it's something I'm not sure of, I can contact the other agent and get back with you as well. If you are a pre-approved buyer that is not currently working with an agent and looking for a lake house, shoot me a message, let me know, and I will be happy to get you up and running and move forward with it. Before I get to the question of the day, I do want to recognize and thank our sponsor of the week this week, and that is C. Allen Door Company. They are located right here in Emporia. Their address is 419 Merchant Street. They have parts, repair, installation for all types of doors, as well as hardware. They do have 24-hour service available as well. To give you an idea of what they cover, they service garage doors, front doors. They do commercial doors, and they've got a number of different styles to choose from as well. They are open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. And best way to get a hold of them, if you are not close or you want to see what they have available, check their availability for service or installation, call them directly at 620-341-9801. And again, that is C. Allen Doors right here in the Emporia area. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor of the week, want some additional information, all you got to do is shoot me a message, drop me a comment wherever you are listening to this, and we can have a little bit further in-depth conversation about what it takes to become a sponsor of the week and see if that's something that you're interested in and move forward with it. That brings us to my favorite portion of the hot list, and that is the question of the day. Just a reminder, the question of the day is submitted by a listener of the podcast. Each and every segment that I do Monday through Friday, these videos are to directly answer questions that somebody has asked. So if you have a question about real estate, not sure where to start, I would love for you to start with me and be that real estate resource that you reach out to and get your question answered. If you drop a comment wherever you're listening to this, I will not only answer your question, I will use that as video content as well for videos, podcasts like this, so I can continue doing this and helping people out as best I can. The question of the day: should I buy an insulated garage door? Well, as somebody who just recently went through this, not because of necessarily damage to my garage door, more of the fact that it was old, ugly, and not fully functional, I guess is the best term. Uh, I actually learned quite a bit going through this process, because in my mind, even as an agent, it seems like a small thing to replace a garage door. And, I learned that I wasn't alone, because many of us think as homeowners, it's just a door. Well, actually, talking with, actually, it was C. Allen Doors that I talked with and educated me and installed my door. But also, according to Remodeling Magazine, and if that sounds familiar, I've referenced them before because they keep tabs on the value of common home repairs and remodels each and every year. Garage door replacement was actually 2020's number 2 best return project, because based on the expense of your door, on average, you could recoup 94.5% of all costs involved on your door if you got an updated garage door and sold your house. This is pretty significant for the fact that you think it's just a door, right? Well, maybe it's not after all. There's a lot to think about and consider when choosing a door. One of the bigger decisions people have to make is going to be insulated or not insulated. Insulated garage doors have huge benefits to your home, whether you're going to stay there for years to come, or whether you're just giving a little bit of a facelift and get ready to sell. So what we're going to talk about today are 3 reasons to choose insulated garage doors. Number 1, more durable design. In order to insulate, they have to add additional layers that are just kind of thin material, not just of the door, but also for the insulation as well. So you got to keep that in mind. So it makes sense that because it's insulated, it's going to be more durable because it's going to be stronger, thicker, and heavier. What those extra layers do with that insulation, they have additional panels to cover over that insulation to give it a little bit more, make it a little more rigid, and also protect it from any type of damage. Because what you'll also see on these will be additional braces that will be along the length of the door, and this just helps create that more resilient, stronger garage door. Since they are since they're basically braced against the house, garage doors may not seem like they need to be that strong or that durable. Well, here in Kansas, you thinking that you would be wrong, because the biggest culprit here for damage to garage doors are windstorms and tornadoes. If there's strong enough winds, which I've seen before, they can actually crush uninsulated doors just like you can a beer can. Uh, then what happens if that door gets crushed or damaged? Everything that's inside your garage is now exposed to that storm or other elements that are going on outside. One thing that people don't think about with having an insulated door that's a little more that's stronger and more resilient, it can also be a theft deterrent. Because insulated doors are heavier, they're more difficult to actually try to get forced open. So keep that in mind as well. Number 2 on the list was something that I actually didn't think about until speaking with somebody, and that is improved energy efficiency. Now, many of you probably expected this to be on the list. I didn't really think about it, or, that wasn't the first thing that popped in my mind, anyways. Many garages don't connect to the climate control system, whether it's your furnace or your AC. However, it can still influence the temperature inside your home, because if you've got extreme heat or extreme cold in the garage, those air leaks or even just basic thermal radiation will start to come through the walls, and it'll be a little more obvious what's going on outside. Now, you, the homeowner, may not notice the temperature change in your house or maybe even in your garage. However, your car or other items that you keep in your garage or store may notice and may reflect that difference as well. Even though they're protected from wind, rain, snow, hail, extreme temperatures can still do damage to, especially to a vehicle, over time. Now, insulated doors will help even out those extreme temperature swings, which will extend the life of your vehicle and any other sensitive items or tools that you store in your garage. Finally, that brings us to number 3 on the list, which is quieter garage spaces. Now, this is going to vary by the home setup that you have. Generally, insulated doors can help reduce the garage noise, because if your garage is off your main living area like mine is, or even not connected to the house, noise from the door vibrations going up and down may not be as noticeable. Now, a heavier insulated door doesn't just reduce those noise vibrations. This will also help reduce road noise from outdoor, because having that thicker door is going to be a greater and better sound dampener than not having an insulated door. And just keep in mind, just as a side note here, all 3 of these that we talked about today, these will only be useful and beneficial if your garage door is installed properly and all the gaps are eliminated. So, like my old garage door before the new one was installed, seals weren't tight around the edge or even the bottom, and so noticing going from a non-insulated door to an insulated door that was actually installed properly, who knew that made a difference, right? You can tell a temperature difference in my garage and in my house as well. So that's it. Those are the top 3 reasons to choose an insulated garage door. Again, number 1, it's a more durable design because it's going to be thicker with that added insulation and those layers in there. Number 2 is going to be improved energy efficiency, because it's going to reduce those extreme temperature swings, cold in the winter, hot in the summer, and reduce the air leaks in your house if you have any, or even radiant heat. And finally, number 3 was quieter garage space, because with an insulated door, since it's going to be heavier, it's not going to make as much noise as it comes up and down. Also, if you're working in the garage, you'll notice that it's a great sound dampener as well and reduces some outside noise. So that's it. Those are the top 3. If you guys think I missed something, I'd love to hear from you guys. If you have questions about an insulated door, make sure you reach out to me. What I don't know, I'd be happy to pass along to C. Allen Doors, because they're the ones that installed mine. They did a fantabulous job, and they got it done way quicker than I was expecting. So that's going to wrap it up for the hot list. So thanks for tuning in. Again, I'm your host, Matt Johnson with Keller Williams Diamond Partners. I do this because your experience matters and should be trusted with a veteran. Y'all have a phenomenal Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow for your weekly market update.